Hello, it's me, Zalens. For the yes, you feel me? Um, I know it's been a while since I last uploaded it. It's been about 4 months, I think, I believe, and I'm excited to to come back. Obviously, I had some personal issues to deal with, something that doesn't involve the YouTube channel at all. Today I wanted to talk about Warden from For Honor. Now, this whole thing is number one, it's skill issue. I've seen some really good wardens, but I feel like there's still a lot of things that we could talk about wardens. The first thing I want to talk about is people who choose to main him, and if you're looking to play him, I believe you came to the right spot. At least for me, you probably wanted to play him because of Havoc or some other YouTube channels that I completely forgot about. I will put them up on the screen. So shout out to everyone who mains Warden or plays Warden. Uh, that they inspired me to play him. To be honest with you, but besides all that, you're most likely here either because you watched Havoc once and you're just like, you know what, I want to be a good Warden main. I want to learn him, what his pros and cons are. And as a Rep 47 Warden, I believe you came to the right spot. Now, let's get to the cons about Warden. We're going to start with the bad things about Warden that I personally don't like and what I think should change. I will say this right now. Warden has definitely come a long way. He used to be a character I only use for duels, but now with the new rework giving him hyper armor, I believe that he has, a good moveset now to play in forests. Before, he was terrible. I never ever went into forests with Warden simply because he just didn't have that much to work with. Don't get me wrong. There's characters without hyper armor and they do well in on forests. You feel me? But Warden he just wasn't one of those characters. Now again, that's just skill issue, but like for most of the Wardens who love to play Warden or people who just got into him, you wouldn't really do well. I'm not saying that I'm high rep. Don't get me wrong. I'm up there, but I'm not like too up there. You feel me? When you play Warden, when you're like around my rep, either two things are happening. You're either dominating the whole entire team, or you're just getting, well, how can I say this? Absolutely fucked on. You're not going to get that much kills. It's either those. It's just never in between for me. Now I don't know if it's just me, but I'm pretty sure, some Warden mains can agree that it's either those two options. Now, what can we do to help Warden even more? So when I compare Warden to other heroes, I feel like Warden doesn't have much to work on. But at the same time, I have to acknowledge that he's a vanguard hero. He's not supposed to have that many things. He's not supposed to be like a hybrid who can deflect. He's not a person that should have like full guard. He's a vanguard. That's it. That's all he is. I mean, shoot, even Raider doesn't even have that much to work with. Yet, I've seen some Raiders, who be doing some crazy stuff, man. It's wild, man. Kensei has some good things, even Tiandi. I feel like with Warden, now yet again, before I start talking, they did say that they're not done with Warden. Warden's still gonna get new things. But what I will say is, Warden still, they're not wrong. He still needs a couple of things. I will say, I feel like with Warden, right? He's the master with the long sword. With the new animations and the hyper armor, I feel like I'm closer to being that master of the long sword. But I still find myself I just still find myself continuing to do the bashes. You feel me? Like it's always the bash and the bash and the bash. Start off my chains. Now the thing is that with the long sword that he has, it never really was a swinging weapon to begin with. I'm pretty sure it was like more like a stabbing weapon. So what I would really want to happen is change his sidelights to you know, the the bashes that I didn't write a script. Just give me a break, okay? Just change the sidelights, like the normal sidelights that he has now, into the sidelights that he does after he bashes, because that is perfect. Now don't give him hyper armor. You feel me? Or maybe he does. Who knows? If he doesn't have hyper armor, nothing would really change. Really, it's gonna be the same exact thing. But if it wasn't going to have hyper armor, I feel like his sidelight should be a little bit faster if it's going to change it into a stab. Not too fast to the point that it's lightning speed. It's just like the only thing is that with Warden's sidelights, they're really not that fast. In all honesty, though, his fastest light attack is the top light. If you can predict, if you fight a Warden, you know he's going to throw a top light. That's his fastest move. That's the fastest move he has besides the zone. That's the only thing he really got. I say if you were gonna, you know, change him more, just make him have like faster lights and change the animation as well. Because it was originally supposed to be a stabbing weapon to begin with. I say for hyper armor, right? I think he's fine. I don't really have anything yet to change him with hyper armor. Obviously it's a long sword. He's a vanguard. New animations. The new animations, you can have unlimited potential with those. You feel me? But in terms of hyper armor, he doesn't really need any more. He doesn't really need any more. I think he's fine with that. So I think that's like the only thing that's bad about Warden is that I feel like his neutral lights should you know, change, be a little bit faster. Change the slashes into a stabbing type of, you know, type of moveset, because that's what the longsword was originally for anyway. And that's really it. Pros, he's an excellent duelist. When it comes to duels, really nothing changed with Warden. Even after the rework, nothing really changed with Warden. He's still one of like the best duelists to ever like be in the game. If anything, personally, I think he's the best. But if he's not, then he's one of the best. He's definitely like high A or like mid S. High A or mid S tier, at least in my opinion. I'm not saying that Warden's. I did say Warden was the best. I did. So never mind. Don't listen to me at this point. I didn't write a script for this, bro. But yeah. The pros with Warden is he has decent mix-ups. He has good hyper armor. His bashes can be feintable. Of course, they're all reactable. You feel me? So be careful. Don't spam it. You feel me? They're all reactable, but they are feintable at the same time. Now I think the only problem I see with Warden sometimes is the heavy bash after you dodge it, because there's some points when, you know, I'll do a heavy bash, I'll miss because the person dodged, and sometimes they'll get a guard break on me, sometimes they don't, and I feel like that should be fixed. If you missed a heavy bash, you should be able to get guard broken. That's just a fact. You should be able to get guard broken because that's a punish. Now that does happen sometimes, but whenever I dodge a heavy bash from a Warden, if I tried to guard break, I whip. I don't know how, don't know why, but I'm sure there's like a reason for that to happen. You feel me? If there's like a certain reason or a certain situation on why it's happening, I believe it should be fixed. That should give Warden, like, you know, a more balanced hit and everything. You feel me? If you miss, then the person gets a free guard break. If you don't miss, hey, free top heavy for you. That's really it about Warden. thank you for watching the video and spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, the you know, in the background. Have a blessed day. Have a positive. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I am running off 2 hours of sleep. Just have a nice day. I love you all and goodbye.
Incontinent!